So it all comes down to this. One final race of 2025 and the World Superbike Championship is at the circuit in Jerez. Top Rat Razgaliolu on 600 points. Nicolo Bulega on 578. After the moves this morning in the Super Pole, it's a straight out fight. Who is going to win the Superbike Championship? Let's head down to the grid and join James Toseland.
Third place in the championship was pretty much wrapped up in that Super Pole race with Alvaro Bautista. But as we go a little bit further, I'm not going to be able to talk to as many guys here because the tension is absolutely palpable. They've got Alex Lowe's on the Bimotor once again on this second row. I'm sure he's going to be up for a final good race. I just wanted to talk to Xavi Vierge, though, because this Honda rider has had a fabulous weekend, final weekend for you. How are you feeling before you leave the Honda camp?
Yes, I'm feeling happy, strong, with a good pace for fight for this first step of the podium. So we will try as hard as possible to close this chapter with the best result as possible.
The last couple of rounds, you really seem to have found something with the bike. Is it you, is it the bike, or just a combination?
Yeah, after the summer break, we find something that gives us a little bit extra pace. Also, the combination with the track layout that we have been, we were strong. Unfortunately, in Aragon, we had also very good race pace, but not enough acceleration, so it was very difficult to battle and go forward. But slowly on Jerez, we really had a good pace, and we can show our real level. So let's make a good start and try to enjoy the race until the last laps.
Well, it's the final race. I want to thank you for all your time on the grid walks as well this season. Good luck, Xavi.
Thank you so much.
Look out for this guy. He's done fabulously well. He's going to the factory Yamaha squad next year, obviously with the Paul Denning. And because of that, I want to congratulate Jonathan Rea for a fabulous career, 6 world titles. He's not able to ride in this one because he's injured his knee. I've just seen him. Everybody's giving him a standing ovation just outside the garage, a deserved standing ovation as well. Jonathan Rea, congratulations. You've had a wonderful, wonderful career, and it's going to be many, many years before anybody gets anywhere near close to those 6 world titles. Right, we are on the front row. Andrea Iannone, what role is he going to have to play? We know he's got absolutely nothing to lose, nothing confirmed for next season. All he's going to want to do is try and win this race. Alvaro Bautista in second place here. He's got his helmet on, so I do not want to disturb him. Second, obviously, in race, the Super Pole race. Third place is pretty much wrapped up, and I'm sure his main role is he's going to want to look after this man here. Very much controversial in Super Pole race. Came together with Toprak Razgaliolu, and he got the maximum 12 points in that Super Pole race, and he's now only 22 points behind the lead of his first World Championship win. It's down to 2 riders, this man here and Toprak Razgaliolu. Who is going to be crowned the 2025 World Superbike champion? From 10th on the grid, Toprak's got it all to do, but can anybody beat that man there, Nicolo Bulega?
That is the big question. 5 minutes to 2 o'clock here in Spain. Nicolo Bulega, can he become the 20th different rider to win the Superbike World Championship title? Only one from Italy has done it before, and that was Max Biaggi. Here's Jonathan Rea and Paul Denning just a few minutes ago, as James has said. And what a reception for the 6-time world champion, an MBE and OBE, cementing his place in motorcycle racing history as a true great. Jonathan Rea, number 65, the 38-year-old from Balaclare in Northern Ireland. 119 race wins, 264 podium finishes, 55 pole positions and 6 world titles, and the most important of them all there, his wife Tash, his sons Jake and Tyler. I can't believe how quickly they're growing up, and how, incidentally, like Jonathan, they are now looking the older they get. It's scary. Happy birthday to Jake recently, and to Tyler. His birthday's coming up in a week or two, and look at this, Perariba and Jonathan. One of the great partnerships in World Superbike history. 6 world titles back-to-back from 2015 to 20. What great misfortune that Jonathan can't start this race with a knee injury. But as you can see, it's the first time the title is going to be decided in the very last race since Sylvain Guintoli on the Aprilia beat Tom Sykes on the Kawasaki at Lusail in Qatar in 2014. Only the 11th time in 38 seasons that it is literally going right down to the wire. Over 20 laps, Toprak's 10th on the grid. Bulega here is on pole, but he's got to win again.
It's history here for the Super Pole race. Welcome to what is going to be brilliant. Simply that. Well, the Super Pole race this morning gave us Bulega, Bautista, and Iannone 1, 2, 3. Then Vierge will be alongside on the grid with Alonso Lopez. Alex Lowe's, I should say, and Angelo Locatelli. Tam McKenzie, Heike Lukanoa, Michael van der Mark, Toprak Razgatlioglu starts in 10th position. Remy Gardner's in 11th. Yoann Montella, Axel Bassani, Garrett Gerloff, Alessandro Del Bianco, Bahatin Sofagulu, Ryan Vickers, Lucas Tulovic, Michael Rinaldi, Tino Rabat, Nicolas Spinelli, Bobby Fong, and Zachar Gwyn Zahardi. Jonathan Ray ruled out of his last ever appearance here, but here's the standings. Toprak Razgatlioglu in his last ever World Superbike race. He is on 600 points. Nicolo Bulega is on 578. Literally, there is a, 22-point gap? There is literally nothing in it. Bulega must win here, though. That's the key factor. If he does it, he will be crowned champion. Toprak starts 10th. At the moment, he's in position. Let's check in with James Toseland alongside Greg Haynes.
For you, the main showmen are on track now, and they're going to give us the final dance, aren't they, in a couple of moments? And what a championship we've been having. It's amazing to have this going to the final race. It wasn't without controversy earlier, but may the best man win in this one. It's been an incredible season so far. They've both had 30 podiums each, or 31 podiums each, out of 36 races. It's just incredible so far what these two have achieved. The Spanish crowd are packed into the grandstands, as you can see, 41,210 people enjoying this, and they are going to be in for an absolute treat for this final one. Thank you, Greg. You've been wonderful all year, and let's have a great last race here.
And thank you again to you too, James.
Thanks, guys. Here we go then. One more race in 2025. Toprak Razgatlioglu 600. Nicolo Bulega 578. 22 points. All Bulega got this morning for taking out Toprak was a long lap penalty. What are we going to witness then in race number 2? Toprak starts from 10th on the grid, remember. It'll be the run down, so on. Look at that. Bulega's looking back, waiting for the field. Jonathan Ray, not in his last race. For one final time in 2025. It's eyes to the lights. Let the battle commence and the championship be decided. It's a good start from Ovio Bautista. He'll go level down towards turn 1. Bulega's got to drop back into about 3rd position, not where he wanted. His own teammates forced him out wide. Toprak Razgatlioglu's coming through. He's already up into 8th position. Bautista leads. Xavi Vierge in 2nd. Bulega holding on desperately for 3rd place. They come out of the backstretch. Down through turn 3 and 4, keeping it together. Toprak's up into 8th, 2 places up from where he started. Bulega needs to win this one, but his own 2 Ducati teammates are not helping him out, and neither is the Honda of Xavi Vierge getting back in. Iannone's dropped back into 6th position. That hasn't worked out. Down we go towards the dry sand, turn 6 hairpin, or the Pedrosa hairpin. Bulega's going on the inside line. He's going to go late on the brakes. race. He's trying to get ahead, and he's done it. He's ahead of Xavi Vierge. Now Batista's directly ahead of him. But where's Toprak? He's in 8th position, and we know how much of a master he can be in terms of the long-run strategies. We ride with Adrian Batista, trying to find the momentum as they come through turn 9 and 10. Up now towards the turn 11 on the inside. Bullock is thinking about it. Can't get through there. It's a difficult part of the circuit to overtake on and to even consider. But you've got to be brave as Ryan Vickers dropping down. So is Michael van der Mark. Top right, Rascalione still in 8th position through the centre curve. Down towards the last corner. The Lorenzo hairpin. Is Bulliger feeling a bit Lorenzo-esque here? He's looking to the inside of his teammate. Nothing going to work there, unfortunately. Toprak's trying to have a little bit of a charge back through as well as he's been forced out. He's gone ahead of Tarrant McKenzie. So now he's on the back of, he's on the back of Tarrant into towards turn 1. He's made the move now, stick on the inside line. So Toprak's up into 7th position. That was a better getaway than we expected. No jump starts, say race control as they turn into turn 3. Downhill, right-hander, then into the quick kick of the left at 4. Toprak's only under, who is attacking Andrea Iannone. Iannone's holding him ground as they come through. Bulliger's having a go on Batista. He's right there in the slipstream battle as he tries to come around the outside. Xavi Vierge still there. Batista, who's been the wonderful teammate this year to try and help out Bulliger. Is he now going to allow these teammates through for a chance at the title? He's going to go on the inside. No resistance at all coming in from Avio Batista. He'll now perform the wingman duties and will go into 2nd position and will hold back. Bulliger leads here in Jerez. Rascaglione up into 6th position and at the moment has the championship advantage in the standings. This is going to be a very incredible race to see if they can all challenge together. Down we go once more. Bulliger's holding the line. Let's take a look at the replay and head over to the team.
Here's that replay at the front, and here's Toprak taking Iannone.
Yeah, exactly the same move Nicolo did to Toprak on Iannone. Back at the front though, and it is Alex Lowe's now on the next hit list for Toprak Razgatlioglu. He doesn't need to do any more than that, but it's not easy to settle into a pace that you're not used to around people that you're not used to racing against. But the one advantage that he does have is there's no Ducati now on the people in front until Alvaro Bautista that could possibly have some team orders going on.
Bautista definitely will have team orders on. There's no doubt about that in my mind. There would not be any other reaction to it as they come down. Bulliger's just done a 1:38.984, so he's got the advantage at the moment. Bautista's a 1:39.7, so to be 7/10 a lap slower, that's definitely now telling you that he's going through. A lot of things, people in the chat not liking Nicolo Bulliger and his move this morning. I must admit it was a bad manoeuvre. I did not like it when I was watching it. Did not like the fact that Toprak got taken down at this very corner at turn 7. Down we go then towards Drysack at the hairpin. Toprak is up into 6th position. Alex Lowe's just ahead. And now this is going to be Bautista playing what he did in Estoril 7 days ago. He's holding up the rest of the pack and he's keeping it every single second, holding that advantage, using that advantage. A little twitch from Xavi Vierge there on the bike from that Honda CBR as he comes through. Toprak's looking for a move on the inside lines, all getting a bit congested coming through turn 13. Bulliger's already pulled out a 1.336 second lead. Aiki Lukanoa looking strong as they come over the line now. You can see finally they've increased the rider tracker numbers for this final race. That's already a good sign. Bulliger still holding. There goes there, 55 on the inside. That's Andrea Locatelli getting ahead of Xavi Vierge for 4th position. And now 3rd position. It belongs to Locatelli. Can Toprak get through an Alex Lowe's? Trying to look at Toprak's board. Can't see it in the melee of everybody else. He's on the inside of Alex Lowe's into turn 1. Lowe's will not do too much damage to try and attack because they know Toprak's going for a title. It's all about positions, yes, but there's different levels today. It is different situations. Bulliger, 1:38.693. Last lap for Bautista, 1:39.961. It's a 1.3 second difference that time alone. So we definitely now see that Batista's using the team orders and using that advantage as they go down towards the hairpin once more. Dry stack. Xavi Vierge under attack from Andrea Locatelli. Locatelli's moved up into third position. Vierge cannot find anything back. Toprak's just allowing this to go through. He's in fifth position, and as things stand, in a very good position to win the World Superbike Championship before he goes over to MotoGP next year. It will be, and there goes the 55 on the inside line. So that is still Locatelli and Vierge in a battle together. Vierge's trying to find a way through for third position, but it is literally being countered. But Toprak needs to get through here. He needs to start making the moves. He needs to be brave. Like they're heading down towards Lorenzo, the last corner. Is Toprak going to feel brave here? He's looking to the outside line. Vierge's having an attack on Locatelli. No, still nothing. Over the line we go. 2.368 was the gap across the line. 2.308. So Batista's closing, actually. Not what you want to hear. As they continue to push. This is 16 laps to go. Lap 4 of 20 here in Jerez. And we'll open up the full driver tracker now. Toprak's really going for it. He's trying to find every other opportunity to try and have an attack through. Yep, now the gap 2.595. Aiki Lukanoa has been passed, or he's got past Tarrant McKenzie. So Lukanoa moves up into 7th position. McKenzie into 8th. Is Toprak going to have any sort of manoeuvre on the inside line as Vierge dives through on the inside of Locatelli down at the Pedrosa. Down at the Pedrosa hairpin at turn number 7. Listen to the wonderful bikes screaming as they turn in again on pressure. Are we going to see anything again from Toprak? Can he find a way through? There's still a little bit of pressure. You can hear it now rising up once more. Let's check in with TNT.
Riding the same, and you're just doing a pace that's slower than usual, so there's so many things that can come into your mind that can distract you. But here comes Toprak into the final corner. Once again, you know that he would have done that in any normal circumstance, but Toprak is playing it safe at this point with 15 laps to go.
Buliga at the front is on target for his 3rd treble. That's winning all 3 races on a single weekend this season. Toprak having a go. Yes, he's done it this time. He was cagey at the last corner, as aggressive as he needed to be, which wasn't too much for his standards at the first corner, and he goes through then up to 4th. This is lap 6, picking them off gingerly, one by one. The next is Locatelli on the number 55 Yamaha. His old teammate and very good friend. They share a birthday. They had it here on Thursday, this very same day of the very same year, would you believe, in 1996, which means they each turned 29 here 3 days ago. And incidentally, Buliga has also the same birthday, but 3 years their junior. Buliga's advantage is 3 seconds, and it's Bautista. This is that fight going on. Alex Sozi's still on the back of this little train, isn't he? And then it's the Quona 7th from Iannone. Tausmak has dropped down to 9th, but still right up behind Iannone. Gardner is 10th, no doubt feeling very battered and bruised after that crash earlier on when Jonathan Ray lost control and wiped him out. Montella 11th, Van der Mark 12th on his last appearance in the World Superbike Championship. Bassani is 13th. The BSB-bound Ryan Vickers, who will be testing the Honda here in World Superbike spec, is 14th. He'll be testing this coming week. And Gerloff, who just said, please, guys, just do anything, change something on my Kawasaki. Well, at the moment, he's on target for just 1 World Championship point.
Yeah, he's down in 15th position at the moment as we come into that braking zone once again. Toprak now in 4th position. He's got Locatelli just ahead of him. Bautista is holding back. Now the gap is 3.675. Now it's 3.649, so it's decreasing by 60 thousandths of a second on that last sector run. What can we see now from Toprak? There's the BMW squad out there in the background. This is going to be once more to come through. There is Buliga leading this race. Bautista still keeping his distance. Toprak is faster, lap 4 and lap 6 compared to Locatelli. who's only off on lap 5 when he made the overtake on JBMotorsports on the inside line down towards turn number 1. So there is a bigger improvement here than we were expecting. Aria stepping out. Top back needs to find a position. Andrea Iannone gets ahead of Ike Lucanoa. SHG's here saying as well at this point, Top back doesn't have to make too many risks. That is bang on the point. Wish we had a point as they run up on the screen. We don't. There's Jonathan Ray with his boys watching on. There's a hand of a cameraman in the way there as well. That's what we're saying. He can take his time to overtake Locatelli and Bautista. Top back needs a win here. He does it. He wants to go out with a victory. There they are. Cameras already. Some Dominic Agata fans in there as well, actually, as well. Looking further back with a big flag in the grandstand. It's nice to see. Over the line we come. 13 laps to go. Lap 7 of 20. Bulliger leads, Bautista, Locatelli, Razgatlioglu, JBMotorsports, Alex Lowe's, Iannone, Lucanoa, Tom McKenzie at 9th, Remy Gardner as well in 10th. As we heard earlier on, not much changing. Big slide from Locatelli coming out of turn 3, through 4, into 5, before heading down to Pedrosa, the dry sack at turn 6 now. The gap at the moment, Razgatlioglu 613 points, Bulliger 603, so there'll be a 10-point gap in the championship. So as things stand, Top Rat Razgatlioglu is the world champion for 2025. Only the 11th time, as Greg said earlier on, that the World Superbike Championship has gone down to the very last race. It's the first time it's happened since 2014. So there's a lot to be kept upon here. As they swing through, Bautista's holding back once more. Top Rack needs to have something. He needs to get a little bit more bite from underneath him. He's faster than Locatelli. Just monitoring everything as they come through. Nicola Bulliger is running on his own. Usually, yeah. Champion could be Top Rack. Bulliger is pulling out, doing everything he needs to do, and that's where the championship really starts to hurt, when you have done everything. Top Rack wins the title if he finishes inside the top 13. That's just come up, of course, on the world feed graphics. He's currently running in 4th position. Bulliger's done everything he needs to do and take it with a 1:38.639, but his last lap time was a 1:39.648, so he's dropped a full second from the best time. He pushed hard. Oh, and Top Rat's getting very close as Locatelli had a bit of a poor exit down towards turn 6. There is Bulliger. Bautista's just behind, and I've got a feeling that Top Rat's going to go on the inside line, down into the hairpin, and he's easily dealt with the 55 of Andrea Locatelli. So Top Rack now into 3rd position. He'll set off after Fabio Bautista, and that's where things are going to get a little bit feisty. If Bautista helps out Nicolo Bulliger in whatever way you might think back at home, if that happens, we're in for a spicy showdown, because Top Rack will be furious. He's already having a bad weekend. He is furious after the Super Bowl race. Let's take a replay with the boys.
Talk us through the move, and then just how high do you rank him compared to some of the greats of the past?
Is one of the best, if not the best, on a motorcycle since 2019, and that first victory on the Pacetti Kawasaki. There's been absolutely nothing to stop him on its dominance, isn't it, really? And that just shows you just how good Nicolo Bulliger has been for the last couple of years, as Kane and Sofawoglu's nerves are getting the better of him at this point. It's still 11 laps, is a long way to go in this race, and Andrea Locatelli looks like he wants this podium, as you know he will. But yeah, Top Rack, 39 victories for BMW in the last 2 years. Who would have said that on this bike after the previous few years on anybody else on it. It's taken the talents of this man to not just make it competitive, but to make it unbeatable. It's been quite phenomenal the last couple of years that Toprak's had on that bike.
Yeah, it's only something like 6 or 7 races on a BMW and he's not finished on the podium, let alone not finished. It is well nigh unbelievable as the Honda now is champion of the Vierge, lines up the Yamaha of Andrea Locatelli up the inside of the Pedrosa corner, down at turn 6. That's glorious stuff. And as I said before, these two are teammates when they are at Yamaha together next season, and we do believe that it's going to be, we know it's going to be Julio Nava switching after 9 seasons in total as crew chief to Alvaro Bautista, broken up a little bit in the middle, but in total 9 seasons. He's going to be Locatelli's crew chief, we believe, and then Tom O'Kane will switch to the other side of the garage to work with Vierge.
Yeah, but on the inside, Locatelli's got ahead. Vierge's going to try and cut back underneath him. This is fantastic battling between the two teammates next year. And is Alex Lowe's going to find something to come through here as well? He's just behind this battle. So Locatelli, Vierge, then Alex Lowe's. Alex looking very feisty here as well. He's going to think about it. Vierge on the inside line. Oh, there's contact between the two. They run out wide, and Alex Lowe's puts himself between the two. So it's going to be Vierge, Locatelli and Lowe's over the line. Locatelli coming to the inside line, late on the brakes, trying to keep through on the inside line, and he's taking it back, but Lowe's has run too deep. Lowe's runs it in too deep and costs his own mentality. We're halfway in the final race of the season.
Single point you can to prove a point ready before you go into the winter, to get that confidence to move on into 2026. But we are here now. We're going to be in single-digit laps now as they cross the line the next time. 9 laps to go, and it will be the longest 9 laps Toprak has ever raced.
Yes, we're just starting the second half of the race now. Here's the move, Vierge on the inside, Locatelli on the outside. He's too late on the brakes. Locatelli's already committed to the corner, has to sit up. Alex Lowe's at this point is steaming in and has a perfect view of the whole thing. Remember, Alex was taken out by Jonathan Ray at this corner at the end of one of the 2019 races, and at that point, slots between the two of them. He then ran wide at turn 1, and Locatelli was back through. Here is Locatelli. Now, can he chase down the Honda? What sort of lap times I wonder can Vierge do? Can he do anything about Toprak? Here's Toprak. He's obviously been very cagey and careful. Yes, he'd prefer to be on the podium, James, to collect the title. It wouldn't matter if he was 4th, 5th. Wouldn't even matter if he was down in 13th. He would still win the title. Anything lower than 14th would, or lower than 13th would be a problem. But comes to be on here for another podium finish. What this does mean, of course, is that if it stays like this, Buliga will have actually ended the season with more podium finishes than Toprak, because of what happened earlier on, above all, in the Super Pole race.
Yellow flag's out first corner. I never like seeing that. Why? Well, Lucas Tulovic, 33's crashed out. Yeah, Lucas Tulovic is out of the race. He's crashed at turn 1. Yellow flag in the first corner. Tulovic is out, and that is a shame. The rider we see in Moto E several times this season has gone down. Ah, there we go. Punching the floor as well. Sorry, Lucas, but that is not going to be something that you can save. So yellow flag briefly. Michael van der Mark up to 11th. Ryan Vickers in 12th. Nicholas Spinelli, I haven't talked about him much in 19th. He is Moto E as well. Justice for Toprak, they say in the comments on YouTube here. Well, he's going to get it because as things stand, Toprak is world champion. Toprak only has to be inside the top 13 to be crowned champion. They'll be over in MotoGP next year with the Prima Pramac Yamaha squad, teammates to Jack Miller. Buliga is pushing so much more than we were expecting him to. It's quite surprising how much momentum we are seeing here in this one. 8 to go.
The A-team, thank you for the memories. There's Julio Nava in the glasses. Last race as crew chief to Bautista, and what a partnership that's been for Alvaro Bautista and the field racing run Aruba Ducati squad. He's still going to be in the paddock, but it'll be with the Barney Spark team alongside Montella next season, replacing Petrucci, who, of course, replaces Toprak at BMW alongside Miguel Oliveira.
Still running strong.
For the record, just looking at the potential points for the Manufacturers' Championship at the end of this race, if it stays like this, it will be Ducati for the 21st time. You have to say, James, I think the general school of thought is that Ducati is still very much the best bike, despite the genius of this man on the BMW, and I really do wonder if they're going to see which way Bulega went next year if it carries on like this.
Well, can you just imagine, before this season started, that you sat round a table and you'd say, OK, this season we're going to score 603 points, which is what Nicolo Bulega could end up with after this race, and you're going to finish second. Yeah, that is absolutely unbelievable. Last year's championship was won with 524 points with this man here on screen. And that just shows you just how well Nicolo Bulega has ridden. This is the 36th race. He's been on the podium 31 times. This will be 32 podiums out of 36 races with 14 victories if he gets this. I can't remember a time where someone did so well and still finish runner-up.
Oh, without doubt, and it's also easy to forget, isn't it, that it's only the end of Bulega's second season as we watch Top Rat. I mean, Bulega, he's out-qualified Bautista in Superpole in every single round they've had together as teammates from the start of 2024 up to Jerez 25 this season. Top Rat, though, what a spectacular rider, and I just can't wait to see what he's going to do in MotoGP. He knows it's going to be very difficult next year as he joins the Pramac Yamaha team, and this man as well. Goodbye also to Phil Marin, because we do believe he's going to be at KTM in MotoGP. There's been rumours about Tech3, there's been rumours about joining Brad Binder to become his crew chief. And what a partnership it's been, James. We saw Pere Riba and Jonathan Ray together before the race. Phil Marin and Top Rat Razgatlioglu, another marriage made in heaven. And they've won together as a duo with the Pacetti Kawasaki, the Pata Yamaha and the BMW.
Yeah, it's quite incredible. We just take his hat off to this man. He is a deserved world champion again this year. With the season that he's put together, is absolutely unbelievable. I've just talked about Nicolo Bulega's season, 603 points, but this man here is potentially going to finish on 620 points scored in 2025 with 21 victories, and this will be his 31st podium out of 36 races. To beat Top Rat in a championship, you've got to have more than 31 podiums out of 36 races. That just shows you the level and the consistency that these two guys have worked on all season long. I want to thank Top Rat for every single race that he's in. He never leaves anything on the track, does he? He gives it his all. And we just knew in this race he would get the job done, because he's that kind of mentality. When he has to get the results, Top Rat gets them. But what a superbike rider. I wish him all the very best in his endeavours in MotoGP. It's not an easy transition, I know myself, but I hope that Yamaha build him a very competitive motorcycle to showcase the skills that he has. And let's just hope in 27, after the years of experience next year, with the Pirelli tyres, the new rules, 850, no ride-out device, let's hope that Top Rat can be at the sharp end, giving the MotoGP fans everything that he's given us over the last few years.
Regarding the number of points for this man, Nicolo Bulega, he would have actually ended this season with close to, or if not more points than Bautista and Top Rat in the past have actually won the World Championship with, as Camilla, his girlfriend on the right there, watches on. Here's the scrap between Ducati and BMW for the manufacturer's title. I know BMW wanted it so badly, but it's not going to happen, is it now? And to be honest with you, for those of you wondering about what happened in the Superpole race, it wouldn't have made a difference, because with the absolutely unbelievable form of Bulega and this bike, obviously this is Bautista, but with the form this bike's been on this season, James, they've already comfortably won the team's championship. It is still by far the best package, isn't it, on the grid? And the way they support all of the independent teams as well, it was always going to be difficult for BMW. They've come close now for 2 seasons in a row, but Ducati are just too strong.
Too strong, and we are closing in on the final 5 laps of this World Superbike season. Top Rat looks just content to stay in 3rd position. The gap 6.1 seconds to Bulega, who's now just 2.8 ahead to Bautista. It looks like they've all just settled down with 5 laps remaining. Into turn 1 then for Top Rat. Dips the bike ever so slightly, picks it up, slowly accelerates with the throttle. through now into turn 3. The first fearsome turn 3. The bike snapping with a rear slide. The front grips and it suddenly tries to throw you off. Axel Bassani's got ahead of Remy Gardner for 10th position now, so there is some differences coming. Down the brakes. 3, 4, down. We're watching Nicolo Bulliger, race leader. He's been incredibly consistent. The pace has only dropped off fractions of a second. For 38.9, 38.6, 38.9, 38.8, 39.2, 39.6, 39.6, 39.3, 39.5, 39.7, 39.9, 40.0, 40.0, 40.3. The only degradation that's coming on that race pace is from the tyre. Whatever happened this morning, whatever opinion you have, you cannot deny that Nicolo Bulliger has ridden this Ducati Panigale V4R to its absolute limits. It is an impressive ride, but it's not been good enough because Toprak Razgatlioglu has dominated World Superbikes and he's on course for his 3rd championship. Into turn 1, 4 to go as we tick down here in Valencia, in Jerez.
May well continue in MotoGP in 2027 and beyond. There's the lead. It's 2.7 seconds over Bautista. Gerloff out.
Oh, out goes Garrett Gerloff.
Garrett Gerloff coasting into the pit lane on the Kawasaki, and that sums up a miserable season for the Texan. I'm pleased that he's staying with the team into 2026. Confidence levels have been low, though, for a lot of the season. That's a shame to see the American out of the race, but 4 laps to go, and Toprak does need to finish this race. Bulliger must win this race.
I just want to say to the Turkish fans that was getting it a little bit heated, if Toprak does win, you know, it was understandable what happened in the Superpole race. The stakes are high. This is for a world championship, and Nicolo Bulliger was going to take every opportunity he had. There was half a door open at turn 5, and Nicolo took it and took the opportunity, and he didn't mean to knock him off. But these things happen when the stakes are so high. So if Toprak is a world champion here, I hope that there is a handshake at the end of it between Ducati and BMW, between Toprak and Nicolo Bulliger, and they can both understand in the heat of the moment these things can happen.
To be fair, it wasn't actually as aggressive as even Toprak himself has been on many occasions in the past. It wasn't as aggressive as, let's just say, Jonathan Ray on Bautista at Manicourt. Don't want to single out Jonathan and Toprak, but they're extremely professional, competent motorcycle racers with multiple wins and titles. There's going to be incidents, aren't there, across a career. And here's Andrea Iannone closing right in on Alex Houser, nearly running into the back of him.
And Iannone's wide.
On at lap 18, he's kept it all together. Loses a lot of ground, though, and remains in 7th place. Alex, in the meantime, is trying to hunt down Locatelli, who's trying to hunt down Vierge. And don't forget, Xavi Vierge is still running there on that red Honda in 4th place. What's Iannone going to do? We know that Lorenzo Baldassarri's on this bike next season. Will we see Iannone with the Superbike Advocates team? As all the paddock rumour keeps suggesting, time will tell.
Just to go back to what you're saying with Nicolo Bulliger and Toprak Razgatlioglu, going back to what Ayrton Senna used to say that he picked up on a few times, if you don't go for half a door open when there's a world championship for stay up for grabs, then you should hang your leathers up, that is for sure, and that's what Nicolo did.
That very corner in the background, that Toprak just gone through. Michael Schumacher turned into Jacques Villeneuve there. I mean, we've had so many controversial incidents in bikes and cars over the years. They've happened before, they'll happen again. And we're now just over 2 laps away from deciding the 2025 Superbike World Championship title. Season number 38, since it all started at Donington Park in 1988. And it's going to be the 5th time that it's been decided here at Jerez in the south of Spain.
It's been wonderful, hasn't it?
2 to go.
It's been absolutely incredible. As we cross the line next time, we've got 2 laps to go. Enjoy these 2 laps. The team there are looking a little bit more relaxed now on pit wall as Nicolo Bulliger, number 11, comes around the final corner to start the penultimate lap here at the final race of World Superbikes. And it is number 1, still in 3rd place. Is it going to be the 3rd title for the Turkish rider?
They would have turned everything down on the bikes, I'm sure, now to just nurse them through to the end. It will be nice to see him on the podium, and I totally agree with you. And I'm sure we will see a handshake between the two of them, whatever happens now over the next 2 laps. And
they've got a lot of respect to each other, Toprak and Nicolo. We saw last year after the championship was decided that they were just in the pit lane, revving out the bikes, smoke screen all around. They congratulated each other after Portugal as well, in Estoril just 7 days ago. Toprak now has dropped back the pace from all of them, and now in the 1:40s. BMW know that they're watching Toprak leave them before going over. To MotoGP next year. As we look again, the 55, Andrea Locatelli's right behind Xavi Vierge. Definitely trying to find some better pace there. This is the final lap of the World Superbikes in 2025. It is going to be another championship for the legend of the World Superbikes, Toprak Razgatlioglu. As we see Vierge batting with Locatelli, there is Toprak. Told it's his last lap. He'll leave the Superbikes to go to MotoGP as world champion. A whole new challenge next year. Bulega has the open goal for 2026. Will he be crowned champion this time next year? Get your early predictions in, because it doesn't look like anyone can beat him. All of you back in Turkey who I know are watching, we've got a lot of popular fan base over there with Toprak. I hope you're enjoying this, because this is the last time we'll see the number one on that BMW front. A number he's hated this season. It says it's brought him bad luck. I wonder if he's going to change his mind. He'll leave with that number one. He'll always be number one in World Superbikes. He'll head to MotoGP to see if he can be a world champion in the premier class of motorcycle racing. Nicolo Bulega, though, you've got to say, credit where credit is due. 32 podiums out of 36 races. He's dominated here today. And all three for the 5th time this season. Nicolo Bulega will win here at Jerez, the last race of the 2025 World Superbike season. But it's not enough for the title, because for the 3rd time in 21, 24 and 25, Toprak Razgatlioglu is a 3-time World Superbike champion. He's done it. He will leave the Superbikes as world champion and always number one. MotoGP calls next year with the Prima Pramac squad, the handshakes all round. Evio Bautista consoling his teammate of Nicolo Bulega. Toprak being congratulated all round. And Nicolo looking back to see where Toprak is for a handshake and a job well done. BMW are delighted. Ducati, however, have claimed the Constructors' Championship for this season. Michael van der Mark leaving the Superbikes, hugs his teammate of Toprak Razgatlioglu. They line up. The Turkish flags are waving in the grandstands here at Jerez. Toprak heads over to where Nicolo is, and a handshake that is missed by TNT, but a handshake of well done between the two men. A long, hard-fought battle. The best independent rider is Xavi Vierge. It's just been confirmed on our monitors. Toprak Razgatlioglu is the 2025 World Superbike champion for the 3rd time in his career. 2021, 2024, 2025. What a season. 610 points. That's how much at the end. Let's confirm to you how they finished as we head for the final races. It's Nicolo Bulliger, Avio Bautista and Toprak Razgatlioglu, the top three and the podium and results confirmed. Andrea Locatelli is in fourth alongside Xavi Vierge fifth. Alex Lowe sixth with Andre Iannone in seventh. Tam McKenzie eighth. Iker Lucanoa ninth. Axel Bassani has 10th position. Remy Gardner in 11th. Ryan Vickers 12th. Michael van der Mark in 13th. Yari Montella 14th. Bahatin Sofagulu gets a point in what's been a difficult season for him. Tito Rabat goes in 16th. Alessandro Del Bianco in 17th. Nicolas Spinelli 18th. Bobby Fong 19th. Michael Rinaldi 20th. Zakwin Zahadi in 21st. Gerd Gerloff was out alongside Lucas Tulovic. Toprak is world champion. And here we go down to TNT.
Way back in for the last time. Here's your treble winner. Second in the championship, Nicolo Bulliger, just 13 points between them. And I'm delighted to tell you they have just stopped, shaken hands, had a lovely little conversation that went on for a good 45 or 60 seconds up at turn one. Just a moment between the two of them before they get back into Parc Fermé. Well, all hell's going to break loose with celebrations aplenty. Ducati win the Manufacturers' Championship for the 21st time. Toprak wins the Riders' title race for the 3rd time. There's the Ayrton Senna chicane. He's pulling into the Ayrton Senna chicane. And here come the celebrations. There's Kenan Sofoglu. Toprak's brother there. Sumai. David Clares, the Dorna photographer. And I wonder what celebrations they have planned for us this time, as Toprak follows in the footsteps of Carl Fogarty and Troy Bayliss and Jonathan Ray, who in that order were your first 3 triple world champions. The flag of Turkey. Turkey not a nation you would have associated with motorcycle racing before Kenan Sofoglu in World Supersport. And what are we going to see once that Turkish flag comes off from Toprak Razgatlioglu? He's changing look. Down come the leathers. Bahatin Sofoglu has stopped there as well. And there's Bulliger. More podium finishes ultimately than anybody else this season, as he moves up from 29 to 32. Toprak on 31. Isn't it incredible? 25 points available for a single race win, 62 points over a full race weekend, 744 points available over a full season, and the title's been decided by just 13. And look at the reception Bulliger is receiving from the entire paddock. Incredible form for the man who entered the championship last season as the reigning Supersport world champion. So, Bulliger wins the battle, Toprak wins the war, and he'll head off to MotoGP as a 3-time Superbike world champion.
Well, Nicolo Bulliger there, the race winner today here in Jerez. 3 times a champion today. It still wasn't enough to dethrone Toprak Razgatlioglu, the defending champion, the reigning champion, and now the new king of World Superbikes.
Yeah, Nicolo Bulliger has done absolutely everything you could expect of him. In fairness, he knew he had to win 3 races this weekend to have any chance of beating Toprak. And he went out, he did that stunning pole position, you know, half a second off of MotoGP qualifying record. won all 3 races. That was all he could do, wasn't it? He threw the kitchen sink at it. Controversy, obviously, in the Super Bowl race today, but he gave it his all. But unfortunately for him, his all wasn't quite enough.
13 points, just 13 points behind Toprak, who is your new world champion. Will he look back on that and think, you know what, because Toprak's going to MotoGP, job done, it was a good job?
Sorry, it's getting really loud down here. We can hear Alvaro Bautista just done a massive burnout down below us. Look, at the end of the day, he's joking us out.
It's
at the end of the day,
a little bit smelly up here.
Yes, it is quite smelly up here. 13 points is 13 points. You know, he could look back and say, well, those 2 technical problems at Assen, if they hadn't have happened...
Will he look back on them?
You would have to, right? As a rider, you would have to. He's done absolutely everything. We spoke about stats. We spoke about... You know, I listened to James and Greg talking about Nicolo's record and what he's achieved this year. And everything that he's achieved still wasn't enough to win, you know?
Well, you can actually see James in the back of shot there. He's going to speak to Nicolo Buliga now. Today wasn't enough for him. James, I can see you waving. Get ready to maybe have to consolidate Nicolo a bit, but what a performance he put on today.
Absolutely, Rachel, well said. It was an unstoppable performance from Nicolo Buliga. He has nothing to be ashamed of what he's achieved this season long. 603 points in a World Championship. Usually on any other year, you'll be crowned a world champion. And here he comes, the runner-up in the 2025 championship, just like he did in 2024. But Nicolo, you should be very, very proud of yourself. Unstoppable this weekend.
Yeah, it was a perfect weekend for me. Always first, and I'm really, really happy because we started well from F1, and then all the weekend was incredible. I'm really disappointed about this morning because I didn't want to finish the championship like this. And I won 3 races, but I still can't be happy. So I'm looking forward to start again next season.
Well, there was half a gap at turn 5 earlier on today, and you're riding for a world championship. If you don't go for those, you should be never a world champion, and there was nothing wrong with that. I know you didn't intentionally do. You've done very, very well. What a battle it's been between you and Toprak this season again.
Yeah, it was an incredible season between me and Toprak, always pushing each other, and it was an incredible season. Congratulations to him and BMW. They work better, so they deserve this title, and I will try again next year.
Because of you, Nicolo, the championship went down to the final race, and you've given everybody, including your team, your family and friends, a brilliant, brilliant show. And we all thank you very much on behalf of TNT Sports.
Yeah, I tried until the end. I knew that my possibility was very, very small. But, yeah, I had to try, and I give it everything all the weekend.
Go and celebrate.
Thank you.
Brilliant performance, wasn't it? You can see the tears building up in the eyes. And I'm not surprised. I can't stress to you just how much effort goes into a full season through winter testing, and then also into this point here in Parc Fermé at the last race. And to just kind of, then it'll just kind of sink in that he's not able to be a world champion again, which is a difficult emotion after all of this effort, because until, 5 minutes ago, if anything happened to Toprak, there was still a chance that the Italian could have been a world champion for the very first time. The next person I'm going to speak to, I think, is the double world champion, Alvaro Bautista. What a weekend he's had as well. Obviously, on the podium once again. He's secured 3rd in the World Superbike Championship. I'm sure he'll be really, really content with that, with the difficult mid-season that he had. Is just congratulated there by Daniele. That's Mr. Field Racing, where the team is based. That's the team owner. So it's been a wonderful weekend for Ducati, hasn't it? There's especially the factory team. They have won that team's manufacturership, and obviously the Manufacturers' Championship once again. And as he comes to this microphone, Alvaro Bautista, you must be really, really pleased with your weekend.
Yeah, of course. I'm very pleased because, yeah, in the season with 3 podiums here, it's very special, no? For sure, these 2 seasons have been very tough for me, but I never give up. I mean, I always try to give my best, no? And for sure, I have sometimes that I can go faster, sometimes I can go slower, but always try my best. And I feel that our performance is to fight for the title, no, not to fight for third. Thanks to my team, because they like me, never give up, always try to find something that help me to be more competitive. Yeah, today I've been like all my season also. I have a lot of difficulties at the beginning, and then yeah, I can match the pace to win, no? So in any case, I'm so proud about my work, about my team work, and another season. Now we will start a new chapter for me. Let's try to keep enjoying, because it's the reason because I keep racing, no? Because I'm enjoy the bike. The bike is my life, and it's for that because I'm keep racing. So I will try to keep enjoying the bike and to try to give to the people good show, and enjoy the new chapter.
Alvaro, you're 40 years old, you're a 3-times world champion, you're still on the podium. I can see how much it means to you still to succeed. You are a credit to yourself and anybody that you ride to, and for your family.
Yeah, of course. I'm here because I love the bike, and for sure, if I want to keep racing it, because I feel strong. I feel that I can win. I can give more from myself, but for sure it's not easy, no, in this situation. But the problem is that, no, that I have a lot of love for the bike, because for me I think it's better to say, okay, I stay at home with my family. I did a lot of victories. I won a lot of titles, 3 titles. But for me, results, victory, titles is a consequence. No, the important thing for me is to enjoy to ride the bike, no, and it's my target to keep enjoying. But for sure, I feel that I can win, no, and now it's a bit frustrated to cannot win, because I feel that I'm doing my best, but I think you cannot see a real result of our performance, no. So in any case, the situation is like this, no. So we keep pushing and try to be stronger next year.
Well, everybody at TNT Sports, thank you for your service with motorcycle racing. We're pleased that you're not staying at home. We're happy to have you in the show, because World Superbikes is a better show for you in it. Congratulations, Alvaro.
Thank you so much, and thanks for all the support. Thank you.
Back to you, Rachel and Shaky.
Well, 2 very emotional Ducati riders there for very, very different reasons as well. Nicolo because he's just missed out on his ultimate goal, and Alvaro because maybe, you know, he's had a really difficult year of it, you know, missing out on not being able to challenge for a world title. He hasn't been on the pace all season of this man, was 3 times world champion. He's just changed into his gold helmet and some celebratory leathers, I should say, as well, just being helped into those by Kenan Sofuoglu and the Onshu brothers. They play a big, vital role in making Top Rack streams come true, and look at the celebrations there. Is that the Hulk mask, I see?
It is unbelievable. I mean, listen, look, the guy has just performed a miracle, you know. He was in the sort of depths of doom and gloom earlier on after the Super Pole race, and, you know, it was interesting. I watched that race, and I watched, you know, we covered him a lot in the race, and you could see that it wasn't full Top Rack, was it? It was somebody who was managing a situation. He knew what the objective was. He would have wanted to have gone out with a win in World Superbike 100%. He told us that yesterday. He thought he had something for Nicolo Balega in the feature race this afternoon, but after this morning's fiascos, he just had to play it safe. He had to get that BMW home, and now he's going to enjoy every single moment of it.
21 victories this season.
What does that tell you about what World Superbike thinks of Top Rack Mazgatlioglu? The whole pit lane is full of every single team member showing some appreciation for everything he's done in this championship. The guy is phenomenal.
From joining this paddock 8 years ago to his first championship title in 2021 with Yamaha when he was battling with Jonathan Ray for that one, then to last year in 2024, giving BMW some memories they will never forget, being the first ever
the third loop. Look, here we go.
world champion.
One for each championship. How fitting. you know, the team, I'm sure, are going to look at him. Look. Beautiful scenes.
Memories there for BMW and for Toprak and his family and friends to last a lifetime. His third world title in his paddock and his second for BMW. They may not be manufacturers champions this season, but wow, haven't they come a long way with that Turkish rider.
Look, when, you know, I'm one of Toprak's biggest fans. I'm choked up myself, but I'm one of his biggest fans. And when he joined BMW, I thought, blimey,
we all did.
That's a bold move. Like, you know, if anyone can, Toprak can, but is that the right thing to do? And, you know, there was all this talk about, well, if we can just win some races in the first year, we can maybe fight for the championship in the second year. And then he just went on that run, didn't he? He's coming up underneath us now, heading down towards James Tozen. James, here he comes.
And here he is. And still the world champion of 2025 as he's handed the #1 and the emotional greeting from his engineers. Like I say, you can't stress to you just how much work goes in behind the scenes in the garage on preparing these motorcycles for these riders to do what they do on them. It's a lot quieter than it was after the Superpole race, that is for sure, but that is lovely. Look at that embrace from both of them. It's been a fabulous season here with these two riders. Outstanding performances from this dynamic duo of Nicolo Bulliger and Toprak Razgatlioglu, as Alvaro Bautista also congratulates him, and Andrea Iannone, the top independent rider in that second race also. It's been a wonderful year, hasn't it? We got 2 factory Ducatis in first and second, and then got factory BMW in third, but there's 3 Ducatis actually here in Parc Fermé, and it just kind of like indicates, doesn't it, just how good Toprak has been to make the difference on that bike once again. And now, as he takes his gloves off, he's going to get the biggest hug from Sean Muir. He's in the front row, and he's going to be jumping into this crowd, I'm sure, as they all cheer the new world champion. I think we're going to get a little bit of a talk with him. Phil Marron finally gets to see his world champion, finally gets an embrace of the last one that he might have for a while. Let's not forget they're not going to be working together for the foreseeable. And there it is, Kenan Sofawoglu hands the wreath over the neck of his boy. It is a wonderful, wonderful story. Toprak's father will be very, very, very proud of this man once again. And still, for 2025, you got it across the line, Toprak. Please tell us about it.
The second race, I'm just waiting the second race after crash, but I did very good job. On the bike, I'm not feeling not comfortable, but I need to get to some points. I say, why not finish the podium? And we did an incredible season. Thank you very much, everyone. Thank you very much to my team. Everyone worked so hard. We are not starting the very strong this season, but after we improve a lot and finally we get the title, this is incredible.
You've been in World Superbike 6 years, Toprak. You've won half of them now. What a journey it's been. What does Superbike mean to you?
You know, it looks like I'm born in a Superbike paddock. I love this paddock. I love everyone, and Donna and FIM. I know everyone, and everyone is very good guy. I know all the teams, and everyone is very good, and everyone is respectful. I'm really miss this paddock, but we will see. Maybe in the future I will come back here again. And I'm just say thank you very much, everyone, because I see on the pit lane everyone just come just for the supporting me. I'm very happy for this. You know, this is very important for me. And thank you very much again, also for you and for you guys.
We know we are going to miss you on TNT Sports, but you're going to still be on TNT Sports because you're going to MotoGP. What does this victory this year mean for this winter to give you the confidence on moving to the most difficult challenge you're possibly going to have?
Now, you know, I'm start to thinking the MotoGP, maybe make some dreams in MotoGP, because time to make a dream. And because I did my job, because I'm always a focus to Superbike, now I get the title and I need to work so hard and I need to adopt to the other bike. And we will see all together. I hope we are get some success in MotoGP. This is my big target.
May I ask a personal question? What do you think your father would think of you now, 3-time champion and a MotoGP rider?
Sorry?
What a personal question. What do you think your father would think of a 3-time world champion and now a MotoGP champion as a son?
I think he's just crying because he's the biggest dream. He's always the say to the friends, and also when he's make a interview, he's always the say one day my son going to the MotoGP. Finally, his son going to the MotoGP, but he's not to the sea. But I'm happy because I feel he's seeing me. I hope I make some success there. He's, I think, more happy. This is for me is the biggest target.
He surely will be very, very proud of his son, and rightly so. Toprak, you are the world champion once again, 3 times. I'll let you go and celebrate with your family and friends and all your team. Congratulations.
Thank you very much.
Back to you, Rachel.
Thanks, JT. Yeah, you know how much this paddock will be supporting Toprak when he makes the journey to MotoGP next year, hoping that he makes a success of it.
I'm sure there's going to be some more subscriptions booked on Discovery Plus to make sure that all our viewers can watch him as well, because this man has been an absolute phenomenon, not just inside the paddock and on the bike, but outside of it too. His character, his demeanour, the way that everybody loves him. There you see him on screen embracing his teammate, Michael van der Mark. They're good friends, call each other abi. It means brother in Turkish, and they act like brothers. They're like family, aren't they? And I'm sure there's going to be some massive celebrations. Very, very interesting for me that even though he was being congratulated by a 2-time world champion there in James Tozen for becoming a 3-time world champion himself, he's like, now I have to concentrate on MotoGP. Like already, all thoughts are already on next season, and we all know how much it means to him. We all knew it took a little while for it to happen. Nobody really knew which route it was going to go or how it was going to pan out. There was lots of talk, but that BMW team with Phil Maurer on the guy there on the left-hand side with the beard, they've worked miracles with that BMW and Toprak. Kenan Sofuoglu, his manager there on the right-hand side, 5-time world champion in his own right. They put together a dream team, and they dreamed, they believed, and now they finally achieved 3 championships. Just absolutely phenomenal.
That's exactly what I picked up on as well. His mindset, even though he's a 3-time world champion, is already looking to the future and MotoGP. And when does that journey start for him? When is he going to switch to have a go on the Yamaha that he'll be on next season?
I am fairly sure that it's going to happen fairly soon. I know that there's been Yamaha and BMW have been very amicable with each other. I know from BMW bosses that it's been done in the nicest possible way, and as soon as Toprak can possibly get on that bike, he will. Not sure when he'll get on the new V4, but we just want to see him on it now, and hope that he gets plenty of practice in time for the season to start next year.
And he'll be teammates with Jack Miller. I know it was the Australian Grand Prix and Jack got a top 5 and he was quite emotional about that. Toprak, I'm sure, will have been watching that and thinking, oh, OK, if Jack's starting maybe to get some good positions, I can do something on that too.
I tell you what, Jack Miller is a legend in his own right. Lovely guy too, super determined, one of the most talented riders on that grid, but he's going to have his hands full with this man, Toprak Razgatlioglu.
I'm just looking behind me. I don't know if you can see just behind me as well, because Phil Maron is talking to James. Let's get his thoughts.
He is, Rachel. Thank you very much. That was tense.
You can tell me about it. It's been a long Sunday, huh?
Well, obviously, the Super Bowl race, it wasn't to plan, was it? But in the end, the championship came to you. What does this third championship mean to you, Phil?
Every race victory means a lot, so to string them all together and get the championship's unbelievable. I'm missing the team photo, huh? I'll be back.
No problem at all. Phil's just going to do this. Let's just see how long. I'll keep in my ear just in case we go back to Rachel and Shaky, but I think he's just going to have this photograph quickly and hopefully then dash back to us. Here he comes. Perfect. Right on cue. Thank you. Sorry about that, Phil. I know you're a busy man. You're going to have all this all evening. But can I just ask you, 6 years with Toprak in Superbikes.
7 seasons.
What's it meant to you?
I've seen him grow from a little rookie, not able to string 4 laps together, to the complete monster that he is now. It's just a privilege to work with him. It's just a privilege to watch him improve and grow. And to be honest, I don't think he's finished yet. He's still got more to give.
He goes to MotoGP without you. What advice are you going to give him when he does go to MotoGP next season?
He'll just take a few months to find his feet. Once he gets settled in, he's going to annoy a few people. He's going to show a few people.
Can you tell me which was most difficult championship to win out of the 3 of them?
The first one. the first one, without doubt, was the hardest. This one, we used our experience. We didn't get cocky, but didn't get let the pressure get to us. So the first one was definitely the biggest.
What does it mean to the team as well? Obviously, there's a lot of what goes on in the garage, isn't there? It's not just about what's on track.
No, the group of guys and girls don't stop back in Munich. It's non-stop. And Sean Muir's team, they're the same. They don't stop. The group, when we get trackside, it's just we try to extract the maximum joy. Yeah, it means the world to all these people. So congratulations to them.
Well, it's the world's best team, and Phil, once again, you're the world's best crew chief. Congratulations.
Thank you very much, James. Pleasure.
I'll go and get to celebrations. And back to you, Rachel.
Lovely interview, JT. Thank you. Yeah, it's going to be sad, isn't it, saying goodbye to Phil, because they have been such a formidable duo in this paddock.
Well, as he said, 7 seasons working with Top Rack, from a rider who couldn't string 4 laps together to a 3-time world champion. That's quite the it's quite the accolade, isn't it? I think that nobody really knows yet what Phil's going to do going forward. There was a lot of talk about Phil going over to MotoGP. I'm not sure why it did or didn't happen. I am not sure in any way, shape or form that they won't work together again at some point in the near future.
Maybe that's their kind of thought. If he gets to MotoGP with some team, he can get some experience, and maybe in the future he can join forces.
Listen, it wouldn't be the first time a rumour of BMW going to MotoGP eventually came to fruition, would it? But Phil Marron done a great job. Let's get back to Greg, shall we, for the podium?
Yeah, Greg, for one final time here for the World Superbikes, and for you getting to call Toprak Razgatlioglu as the world champion. I know you'll enjoy it.
Yeah, thank you. I'm glad you've been chatting for a while. I've been quite close to tears just watching the pictures coming in here. Here's Nicolò Buliga. Yeah, regarding that top break test, as far as I'm aware, it's going to be Motorland Aragon on Sunday the 9th and Monday the 10th of November. That's the last I heard. It may well have changed, but something like that. So not far off. Only a few weeks away, isn't it? Wow. What a day. And don't forget, we still have the Supersport race to come after this here. But there's the first Deputy Mayor of Jerez, and there's your world champion, Toprak Razgatlioglu. 3 titles to his name now. I've just been making a list, actually, of some sporting names. And I'm thinking of people like Pele and Roger Federer and Muhammad Ali, Maradona. They've got charisma, haven't they? Barry Sheen, obviously, in motorcycle racing. Valentino Rossi. Toprak's right up there with people like that. And Alvaro Bautista. I know he's been chatting with other riders this weekend about their thoughts on this whole weight thing. And I believe pretty much everyone he's spoken to has supported him in trying to maybe get rid of that weight next year, including Toprak. And a lot of people have said he's been moaning and crying a lot. He's had some very harsh things said about him, Alvaro Bautista, and no wonder he broke down in tears there with James. He's a great ambassador to motorcycle racing, and so is Nicolò Buliga. Absolutely amazing. 27% of his races in World Superbike. Over 1 in 4, over a quarter, he wins. And Ciccone, the team representative, they've already celebrated the team's title, and Ducati, don't forget, are the manufacturers' champions again. Utterly unstoppable in that particular title battle. And Buliga, for the first time in his career, has taken pole position, 3 race wins and all 3 fastest laps, and so for him it's fitting that we hear the Italian national anthem. Bautista legs it, Toprak legs it, Buliga stays up on the top step. What a phenomenal weekend.
It has been a season like no other. Buliga versus Toprak in the championship, and once again Toprak came out on top. No better way around, is there, to come into it? That's how you like to see the action coming through. Back to Greg.
2 weeks ago, and Piro is doing lap after lap after that, I am told. It's going to be very difficult to beat Buliga, I think, in 2026. But as this season has proven, surprises are never far away as Toprak becomes a 3-time FIM Superbike World Champion.
Toprak Razgatlioglu now chases back-to-back titles. Toprak Razgatlioglu's gone straight on. No points on Sunday for Razgatlioglu. Razgatlioglu wins 3 in Portugal. Toprak can only take 4th place.
I'm not feeling like a last year.
He's denied on the line.
I need to give something to BMW before the move to MotoGP.
Razgatlioglu reignites the title fight. Patrick Hero in Misano. Toprak is your championship leader.
I'm really happy I did the hat-trick.
And now it's going to be a 3rd consecutive hat-trick. 12 races unbeaten. Razgatlioglu, his 13th consecutive victory, his first here in Motorland Aragon. Razgatlioglu signs off from World SBK as only the 4th ever 3-time World SBK champion.
Toprak Razgatlioglu is the world champion of 2025, and we couldn't have had a better season. Thank you very much for joining us on JB Motorsports. We'll see you in 2026 when pre-season testing takes underway. But the world champion is Toprak Razgatlioglu. Here he is.
It's Toprak Razgatlioglu.
For the world champion podium ceremony, you're soon going to see the Chevron World Championship trophy made up of aluminium and carbon fibre. One worn on it will list the winning riders, the other the winning manufacturers, updated of course every season. It's shaped as are the wings on the motorcycles, with the red lines representing the rear safety lights on these production-based bikes. Toprak Razgatlioglu, 3 times a Superbike World Champion.
Congratulations to Toprak. And we'd now like to invite the members of the Rocket BMW team onto the podium for a photograph with your champion. So the members of the Rocket BMW, please.
Sean Muir, everybody up there, Keenan Sofoglu, of course. Bittersweet in some ways for BMW, it must be said, because they have missed out on the manufacturer's title, which I know would mean so much to them. But I hope this does make up for the awful pain they suffered in the World Endurance Championship when that title got away from them, as I said during the race, 28 minutes from the end.
Well, he came, he saw, and he conquered World Superbikes, didn't he? Toprak Razgatlioglu, and he did it with such charisma and talent as well, Shane. I think that's what we're going to maybe miss the most about El Turco, with how he went about every single year in this paddock. There was nothing that we would ask him that he wouldn't say yes to. He was the most giving with his time on and off the track, wasn't he?
A special friend of Greg Haynes as well, wasn't he? In some of those features they've done together. I was just actually watching the whole team there. I mean, you see them on the pit wall there. This is just like the mechanics and stuff. The big bosses of BMW there on the left. Chris Gonshaw, the technical director. Sven Blush, the other director. You know, all of the bosses are here for this. You know, this means the world to them.
Means the world, means the everything. Thank you for joining us for World Superbikes in 2025. We'll be back in 2026. But the world champion is, as always, Top Rat Razgatlioglu. Bye-bye.